The other day, the Washington Examiner put out a nasty little screed complaining that Americans are, quote, spoiled, ungrateful, whiny wretches for feeling that it is hard to make ends meet. You could almost hear the B word in wretches, but you can't say that on the internet anymore. The Examiner's primal scream was in response to a Wall Street Journal poll finding that just 1/3 of Americans believe the American dream is alive, meaning they believe you can get ahead with hard work. The other 2/3 feel like they've been sold a bill of goods, a bait and switch, and all that hard work and prudence is being punished, which is correct. So first, the Wall Street Journal results. In a poll last month of 1,200 registered voters, the Journal asked how they would rate the state of the economy. Just 2% said it was excellent. That's probably Paul Krugman and other people paid to say so. Another 33% said it's good. The remaining 2/3 of Americans think it's bad. They went on to ask if voters felt like life today is better or worse than it was 50 years ago. Almost twice as many Americans say it is worse than say it is better. Next up, they asked if the, quote, economic and political systems in this country are stacked against people like you. There, again, a majority of voters say yes. Finally, the poll asked if the American dream, defined as, quote, if you work hard, you'll get ahead, still holds true. 36% said it holds true, while 63% either said it never held true or it once held true and does not any longer. So how did the Examiner characterize this indictment of our political and economic system by the very people it is meant to serve? Their headline kind of sets the tone, quote, people stop being crybabies. They went on to call those 2/3 of Americans, quote, pathetic defeatists. The crybaby argument hinges on a comparison cherry-picking the worst of the 1970s recession. When inflation was high and unemployment was high, we didn't have as many people on government benefits. Of course, they forget to mention the failing communities, the collapsing families, the epidemic of mental and physical health. In 1980, the Rust Belt had just been coined, and 18% of births were outside wedlock. Today, it's almost half. Currently, 30% of Americans are clinically depressed, and 1 in 4 Americans are currently taking prescriptions for mental health. Suicide rates just hit a record high last year, especially among older men. Finally, back in 1980, we were still in a world where kids grew up to be much richer than their parents, in fact, about twice as rich. Those days are long gone. We've now got millennials lamenting that they will not enjoy the lifestyle they themselves grew up in. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained. The worse results the elite deliver, the more arrogant they are about voters failing to show gratitude. In a democracy, if voters overwhelmingly feel the system is getting worse, the proper response is to figure out why. Instead, we have condescending lectures from an elite who is perfectly happy with falling real incomes, soaring household and government debt, and the progressive gutting of our economy and our children's futures. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.